I suck at Street Fighter 6. Last year, before EVO 2025, rest in peace, I reached Master Rank in SF6 and I was elated. I never been Master Rank in any game, much less a fighting game. The closest would probably be Strive, but tower ranks are worth their weight in pocket lint, and digital clout doesn't weigh anything when even the replay vultures won't steal your shit. Imagine being so broke you're not worth robbing. Excitedly, I kept grinding SF6, recorded a few videos, did a few streams, and watched hella high-level matches to really study the contemporaries of the art. Mostly punk.
Cammy!
And you know what happened? I lost. Again, and again, and again. I lost so much that you never even got to see those videos I recorded. Winning 1 out of every 4 games while getting progressively more tilted is a fun gimmick, but that was literally all I recorded during that time. So I took a small break from SF6 to clear the mental. EVO 2025 was the week after, and I had just gotten a new job, so stepping away from SF6 sounded like a good idea. In my head, I was simply taking a breather. Must have been some deep-ass breath! I know I've been slacking. I know a decent portion of the peeps on this channel came for SF6 content, but fighting imps over and over again and losing off stupid mistakes wasn't it. I know half the fun of the internet is watching people suffer, but when 90% of the video is spent complaining, it's not pretty. So after my more than half a year-long hiatus from the game, I decided to finally take the plunge. To do what I have done so many times before, and will probably do many more times after. I got good. The secret to getting good at anything: practice. When you're a beginner, that means doing fucking anything, honestly. Booting up the game gives you 50 XP when you're fresh out the womb. It really isn't hard. When you're an intermediate, however, that means identifying weaknesses and filling holes in the game plan. Booting up no longer gives you XP. Better hit training mode, because that frame data isn't going to learn itself. And when you're a master, I don't know how to get better after that. I make YouTube videos, for fuck's sake. If I was good at the game, I'd be making Saudi money right now. To further pinpoint my shortcomings, I recorded an hour of B-roll for review. It was interesting sitting down and just watching myself play. It's like watching a horror movie where the main character is a fucking idiot. Why am I trying to confirm 2MK after a counter hit 5L? Why am I mashing within kill range when I'm minus? Why did I neutral jump instead of dive kicking? It's the same fucking risk! The Johnny video was about me rewiring my muscle memory and shifting my playstyle to work within my new limits. This one was about me learning how to play the fucking character to begin with. I have no idea what I'm doing, no plan of attack, approach, or defense, wildly throwing my limbs around with absolute reckless abandon, like some sort of Ryu main. Disgusting! Is it bad that I made it to Master without ever actually knowing how to play Cammy? I only picked her because she was hot. So we start from scratch. I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so let's consult someone that does. This is Akarian. He's an educational SF6 streamer whom I mostly know from this insane video where he got to Master Rank on Cammy doing 1 combo the entire time. He made this guide, which I admittedly did not watch the whole way through before starting my training arc. That being said, what I got from it was mad helpful. The 3 big things I got from this: walk speed, jabs, and spin knuckle. Cammy has the 2nd fastest base walk speed in the game. Wait, why the fuck is Akuma faster? And so that gives her spacing on the ground hella potency, due in no small part to her jab. Because her walk speed is so good, you can bait out people mashing your offense with your own jab and confirm it into 2M. If you do this, it leads into these dope-ass spinny punch combos. There's more to this tutorial than just those 3 things, but those were my biggest takeaways, and to be entirely honest with y'all, I low-key skimmed it. It's 30 minutes of hyper-dense information. He doesn't go 5 seconds without showing you something new, and my Gen Z attention span won't let me retain it all. I took what I could get. Also, this shit is not hit confirmable. I practiced for half an hour. You lied to me. Drills! In the previous Johnny video, I used drills to get better at whip punishing. In this video, I use drills to get better at everything. I call it the Trinity: jump-ins, drive rushes, and DIs. Because each of these needs to be punished a different way, you are forced to ingrain the reactions into your psyche. I did this non-stop basically until muscle memory did the job correctly 80% of the time. It also helped me discover a new way of doing DPs, which I found way more doable than the standard Z motion. Please misinput me, ass maneuver. Add in some standard combo practice, so I stopped dropping my basic BMBs, as well as 2M drive rush confirms. If I'm gonna play a low forward drive rush character, by fucking Jove, I might as well get good at low forward drive rush. Also motion input drills, but if you didn't already assume I was doing that, then welcome to the channel! Be sure to subscribe! I upload once every whenever. Barring myself from the sweatshop that is ranked, I spent an entire month practicing. Some days were bigger than others, and I definitely missed hella days, my god. But the general goal was at least 5 minutes of fucking anything a day. Doesn't sound like much, but Say it with me now. Any practice is good practice when you suck ass. I started with the DP drills to try and get anti-airing down semi-consistently. SF6 has a built-in anti-air trainer, so I just did that for a week, and when that got too easy, put something on my second monitor and practice using my peripheral vision instead. I told you, Gen Z attention span. If I ever have a thought, I will die. Then I moved on to the Trinity. The trick with the Trinity is honestly just looking for the right stimuli. If you see green, it's drive rush. If it's red, it's DI, and if they're in the air, it's... And when I wasn't practicing any of those, I was figuring out Akari and Spinny Punch combo. The idea is to go for any starter that allows you to get a forearm launcher, then linking it with Spinny Punch to get maximum damage. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Remember when I said I have Zoomer Brain? Well, I forgot the part where he mentioned using 2MP instead of 2MK for better scaling and gimped my damage from the get-go. Basically, the core function of this combo has been completely negated by my overwhelming desire to pretend I'm Punk. Here's the hilarious part though, I still found a way to make it work. Turns out if you perfectly time a fully charged spinny jump after the light spin knuckle, it hits meaty and leads to more damage. I did it wrong and found a way to compensate. I guess the moral of the story is if you're gonna be stupid, be smart about it. All this practice sounds good, but it's actually just a primer. You see, my lack of an approach plan meant that no matter how good my offense was, I could never get it started. So by removing these three things from my mental RAM and making the reaction automatic, I leave more room for figuring out neutral on the fly. I needed a complete restructuring of my game plan. More accurately, I needed a fucking game plan to begin with. Akari's tutorial outlined a very simple one. Just walk up jab into 2M. But, two problems. One, I'm a pussy. And two, this shit is impossible on reaction. Solutions, grow a pair and go for 2M anyways. One day I'll get good at reacting to the counter hit, but this video is due in 1 month and I have my birthday video to work on. We live or die trying. So you might be wondering, how do I accurately simulate a real ass human such that I can get meaningful practice trading with Akari and its neutral strategy? The answer is simple. I don't. Neutral is based in human psychology. There's no way to actually practice it without being in a real match. I can try and set up bot to pretend it's a person, but that's like listening to ASMR to pretend someone loves you.
Sad boy gamer types are hella in right now.
I'm working on it. The only way to practice this was to take it to ranked, where I'd be guaranteed to fight people that know what they're doing. Most of the time. I spent a month in the lab, I practiced my Trinity, I've got a game plan, a combo, and a deadline. I wanted to strive rank with less, so I've got high hopes. This is the part of the video where the music gets louder until it crescendos into the montage, isn't it? Yeah, so, not really. After spending a month practicing, I really expected to just cook up like I did in GGSC. Surprising literally nobody that actually plays the game. I fucking didn't. SF6 humbled my ass right quick, and instead of climbing to 2000 MR like I was hoping, dropped my ass to the slums of 1200. And dog, 1200 is a zoo. If 1200 was a neighborhood, rent would be $8. To make matters worse, I was so tilted out of my gourd, I was getting hit by shit I practiced for. DIs, uncountered. Airs, unantied. Bitches, negative. I might as well not have fucking bought. Okay, what about my neutral? Surely I was doing something, fucking anything with that, right? No! My neutral was ass! Nothing has changed. Every time I try to approach, I get clipped by the first special cancelable normal these motherfuckers decide to throw out. And I can't believe I invented a slur for Akumas when Ryu mains clearly need some more oppression in their life. Every game is the same. I get hit by one thing and spiral down a never-ending staircase of mistake until the game gives my opponent enough meter to put me out of my misery. Rinse and repeat until I'm so tilted I make the Leaning Tower of Pisa look straight. Fuck! Wanna know how bad it was? My friend Caesar challenged me to some sets immediately after, and despite me having far surpassed him in this game, despite me being several ranks higher than him, and despite him not even playing this game anymore, I got cooked. The last time you saw me fight this guy in SF6, I got washed, but I thought surely after reaching master rank, I'd get my get back, right? Nope. Washed. Again, and again, and again. My MR plummeting, my month of labor yielding no fruit. Deeper and deeper down the spiral I went, with no signs of hitting the bottom. And for the first time since the Johnny nerfs, I debated quitting. Out of curiosity and with no stone left to turn, I decided to do some Googling to figure out if anyone else had been in this position before. And surprising me, yeah, there were. A lot, in fact. As it turns out, Capcom is a bunch of scum bastards. 1500 is not comparable to Diamond Rank. At all. It's chess rules. They put you in a rank way higher than they actually expect you to be. 1500 isn't the start of Master Rank, it's a fucking filter. You're supposed to lose hella games until you reach your actual rank. That high you probably felt from finally reaching Master? Yeah, brace yourself, cause you're about to crash. Assholes. It also turns out most pro players aren't with punishing on reaction. What they actually do is space outside an attack's range and throw a normal while buffering DR. It's not a test of reactions, it's a test of spacing. These guys aren't god gamers, they're fucking frauds. You lied to me, punk, how could you? So with those revelations, I decided to go back into ranked with a different mindset. Fuck the MR. This accursed number has done nothing but cause me mental strife since I laid mine cursed eyes upon it. And since it doesn't fucking matter anyways, I'm gonna lose no matter what, I opted to just queue up until I got to the correct rank. I obviously wasn't gonna throw, but if I'm destined to fall lower and lower in the ranks, I might as well get it over with. Here, at the end of my rope, having given up on the notion of winning, and instead opting to give in to the whims of Capcom, prepared to receive an ass belting so vile it'd make my Latina mother flinch. Here, at the bottom of my patience is when I let all tension leave my soul. I accepted what was and what would be and prepared myself to fall deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole with no wonderland to break my fall. Where I belonged was somewhere down there. So here, at rock bottom, I grabbed a shovel and struck gold. So, what did I learn? A lot, to be fair. I mean, this isn't the first time I've made this video. You knew this was coming, and the lesson was about the same. Kind of. Johnny was a character I already had a grip on. I just needed to rewire my brain a bit and add a few more tools to my repertoire. Cammy is a character I played exclusively off vibes. Turns out pretending to be Punk doesn't work when you don't actually know how or why Punk does what he does. But once I put in the training mode hours, my Johnny bounced back and we were all Gucci. Well, I put in a month's worth of training with Cammy, and then got sent to Arkham. This wasn't the same video, and after a month of what I felt was wasted effort, the lesson I learned the first time around in the Johnny video was all but forgotten. Woe is me. Old Mr. Snowman took the video game too seriously, and now he's thinking of quitting Street Fighter. I really am pathetic. But maybe that's not the right mindset to have. A video I frequently rewatch is by a channel named Daryl Talks Games, and he has this quote at the start that I think about from time to time.
Is the tallest mountain in the world, but is still smaller than your pride. The most menacing opponent you faced, but you only face in the mirror. The most heartless voice in the room, but the one you choose to listen to. And your most colossal challenge, yet it can fit within the space between your ears. Failure.
I put in countless hours of practice time just to be torn to fucking shreds by players I was certain I could beat. Losing sucks, but it especially sucks when you've just spent the last month practicing. Not to mention the knowledge that you should be beating these gimmicky ass players. You know this is stupid, but you're powerless to do anything about it. You know how to anti-air, but you just don't. This is reactable. You see the move. You've practiced this 100 times. So why didn't you stop it? It's because you're not thinking straight. You practice this, sure, but you're so worried about the outcome of this match and so tilted at your past mistakes that your present is clouded. You freed up your mental stack and immediately filled it up again by thinking about all the fuck-ups leading up to this point. There's no room for neutral, for anything, really. You're so certain you're going to lose. You haven't given yourself space to win. And it is this trap that I have fallen into. It wasn't until I let go of the notion of climbing, condemning myself to the lower ranks, that I started to put the pieces together. Because I finally gave myself the breathing room to make mistakes and figure the shit out. Having let go of the pressure to perform is when I finally started to. One-off mistakes no longer clouded my judgment. They were just a step closer to my destination. I'd abandoned the notion of being 100% safe 100% of the time and would just try things. And those things usually worked because they were different from what I usually did, and what I usually did was pretty bad. I'd lose, sure, but it didn't matter anymore. No one wins forever. If I'm going down, then sugar, I'm going down swinging. I'm not gonna make some insane claim like the secret is to stop caring, because I didn't stop caring. It's more like I set better priority. I stopped focusing on the shit I couldn't change and instead opted to move forward with what I had to work with in the now. Missing the anti-air sucked, sure, but fuck it, it happened. Ain't shit I can do about it now. Let's see where I can go from here. And it worked. I couldn't make walk-up jab work, so fuck it. Dash up 2M. Everyone always does this fucking mating dance anyways. Might as well do something about it. Should I learn the cool-ass hooligan setups? Probably. The safe jump, though, I really should get a grip on that. These Ryu mains need to suffer. Also, those light combos. That auto space dive kick is evil as fuck. And I still suck at anti-airing. Knowing what you need to work on is important, okay? Never stop getting good. Shout out to Akarian, though, for real. I had no fucking clue what I was doing, and he gave me a great place to start. Even though I didn't follow the advice to the letter, it was something to work on when I had no clue what I was doing. I'd still be doing this if it wasn't for him. Having actual loopable pressure is a godsend. Long live L-Spin Knuckle. But more to the point, SF6 is a game that already has absurd amounts of mental stack. And that's without getting into some of the more privileged characters in the cast. Stacking on more sensory overload by letting your emotions take up valuable RAM will put your ass in the blender long before Bison can get his hands on you. If the lesson to be learned in the last Getting Good video was, chill the fuck out, it's not that serious, then the lesson I, and hopefully you, took away from this journey is, clear your mind. You'll figure it out.
Don't you want a rematch? Yeah!